Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time to dive back into our Road to a Million city in City Skylines. In between the episodes I did a whole bunch of testing and as you can see I've also introduced planes. Now the city is running well, so I thought, but looking at the statistics I came to an awful realization. We are now at 142,000 people. However, we also have 12,000 vehicles active. And as we know, the magic number is 16,000, somewhere around there. And once we reach that, then we have reached the vehicle limit. So this plan is not going to work, but we are closer to our goal. And so I did a whole bunch of testing and I realized trains might not be the way to go. Instead, we want to do stuff with planes. However, making the district so big actually gave me a couple of problems. Now you can see there are a lot of planes just circling around and at certain points they actually come to a complete halt. They just refuse to land or get off. So I thought, why not get rid of everything and kind of do smaller districts with only airport access, and we're gonna use trains and other means of transportation only sparingly. You know me guys, I'm desperate for our goal. And I'm willing to go through a lot of iterations of my city. But I believe I have figured out something. So why don't we go ahead and actually check out my next attempt, which was Nathan Plains. Let's load that up. Alright, right here you can see the idea executed. We have a large airport for all the people arriving in the residential areas. We also have commercial and industries mixed here, but you can already see we have 3,000 vehicles with only 53,000 people. We can already see, yeah, that's pretty badly clogging up. However, the biggest problem is over here. As you can see, we have a few issues. Oh man, this is just great. So we did make a sloppy mistake of putting industry and commercial together and also of making the districts themselves a little bit too large. I even placed some cargo terminals in order to ease the pain between these two districts, but it's just too much. So let's then move on to the next plan, which was Nathan Plains 2. Et voila! This concept right here is what I believe is going to work. We have larger residential districts. We have quite small industrial districts. Right here, for instance, this is for the ore, and right here we have normal industry. Right here, this is the commercial area. So looking at each one independently, we only have a passenger airport here with a subway leading to the center somewhere and to the end somewhere. Actually, I can just show you. We have the subway going from here to there and then to the bottom and back up. Of course, also into the other direction. And we also have a tram line for each of the intersections just going down. So as you can see, looking at this district, there is no traffic whatsoever. These are parked cars here. They can actually go. If you ask me, I don't want any cars on my roads. We have some parking spaces and basically all of the services on the top except a bunch at the bottom to help out for the fire and for the people that are dead. I have 2 of these districts already and I only have 1 small industrial district. This is actually already enough in order to supply all of these commercial buildings. But right here we have a little bit of a different concept with the roads. We only have one-way roads in order to keep the traffic to a minimum, so they only go where they need to go. Also right here we only have a few services. We have 2 crematoriums, we have a big fire station and a big police headquarters. Of course, for these districts we always have a cargo port and a normal passenger port. The commercial districts will work similarly, except they also have a monorail because we have a lot of people actually using the commercial district, but you can also see here, because of the monorail, we barely have any traffic whatsoever. Additionally, I have a district in order to gather up oil. We have somewhere a district in order to gather up the farming goods. And last but not least, right here, we have the forestry industry. Everything built up the exact same way. And this is going to be the foundation for our ongoing endeavors. Right now, we only have 1,700 cars, and that is including all of the industries, which we don't have to build as much as the residential districts. So that is pretty darn awesome. We can just let it run for a little bit, and if we zoom out, just look at the amount of planes going here. That's just insane. I love it. And imagine how this is gonna work once we have way more districts set up. So the next thing I'm going to need is the same district right here for another commercial district. So let me just go ahead and set it up. I'm just basically going to copy it over more or less. Well, actually thinking about it, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna use the move it tool. That's gonna make it much easier. So we can just grab all of that shebang, copy it over. Now, probably an issue with this is going to be that it doesn't cost me anything, right? If I just plot this down, yeah, it doesn't cost me anything, but I guess you guys don't mind because we kind of beaten the money game in this Let's Play. There we go. The district is copied over. Of course, everything is gonna disappear shortly, but that is just as fine. We need to build it up. There we go. We got some water. Maybe let's connect it right there. And I guess we can start to build up a couple of these buildings already. You go away, please. Thank you. Of course, power. We need a little bit of power. I'm gonna steal it from there. And then, well, let's connect this building to... I'm gonna need that airport. Well, I think that's actually all we needed to do in order to introduce this new district. There are already... yeah, there's cargo arriving already. That's good. The planes are just so much more efficient if you don't have too large districts, so they don't actually clog themselves up. It can still happen. If it happens, you just have to delete the planes that are floating above. Good, so now we finally have the need for residential again. That means I'm gonna copy over some of that. You come with me, and I guess we can build one more up there. Yeah, let's just add it right there. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Now we're gonna do the same thing, give it water, give it power, and then start building it up. Actually, right here, I have to fix a few things. Let me see. Why? Hold the phone. I have this building right here. This shouldn't even be there. Not sure why I have that. Now, right here, this is a problem. I guess what I have to do is bring this over right there and then maybe bring it back. And this it's not gonna fix. Okay. And let me get rid of that road and maybe redo it. Just like that. And maybe now the building, yeah, can be placed. That means we just have to redo the track right there and we should be connected successfully. As for the residential districts, we must not forget to set up the tram lines. And I'm just going extreme with this, I know. But I want people to use the tram lines no matter what. Only the really lazy and stupid people are gonna use their cars. And of course we're also gonna do the metro actually. Let me just get down here and there. Connect this up with you and then go back up. We want a metro to go into each direction and I think I can choose about 6 metros for this. So metro line 8 and 9 are gonna be residential 3 and I want you to have 7. I think 6 is actually enough. I have 6 for... oh, I actually only have 4 for the other lines. Okay, it looks like enough. So we're just gonna do 4 and then I guess we can unpause. Let's actually also do the line here. The tram line is residential 3 and we want 10 trams apparently for this one. Good, ready to build up. Let's also paint these guys. And then we need a little bit more shopping, possibly. Let's do a little bit more shopping. And they, what are you doing? You have not enough goods to sell. Okay, so it's finally time for more of the regular industry. This doesn't look good. I think, are we running into issues here? No, look at that. They just start to land here. Oh, no. That's not good. I must not build up too quickly. Otherwise, we're just running into issues. So maybe let's go ahead and delete a couple of these planes that are going above. That shouldn't happen too often once I build up the industry actually. And there we go. This now moved on. That's good. Why are you just standing there? Let's get rid of those 2 guys as well. And there we go. Okay, for some reason they just do that. I'm not sure why. Did we actually do the monorail? Oh, we did not do the monorail just yet. Of course, that's important. We're gonna start right here and just go through the stations. Oh, why is this not possible? Whoa. This is not really connected here, is it? Ah, that's because I copied it over. That might be an issue. So just let me redo the tracks. There we go. That should about do. Okay, let me see if we can do it now. Create a new line from here to there to there. Yes, beautiful. And then once we're here, we just go back again. So this is my commercial 2. And we want 8 vehicles here. So the maximum. Alright, so far this is working fantastically, but imagine you would live in this city. Man, it would be so noisy. Wow, look at that. Just high density and a lot of planes in the air. And all of the tram noise. Oh, this is a horrible, horrible place. But it's the only way to get to 1 million. Also something that's funny, our money is fluctuating by so much. Sometimes I'm making 10,000 plus and sometimes, well, not a lot. And that is maybe because we're stuck again here. Ah, there we go. Okay, now it's flowing again. That is good. I just need to be careful. Don't build too many commercial stuff at the same time. It happens nowhere else. It just happened right there. Seems like we have another death wave, but we should be able to take care of that. Oh no, this is stuck again. Why? Look at that, that just doesn't make sense. What if we place it on the other side? No, still nothing. That's so strange. I mean, it tries to, it's like it can't reach it, but it doesn't make sense. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we have 1 in use, 4 in use. Okay, I just don't know what's happening. Now, this airport kind of works weirdly. Every plane is kind of passing through here. I'm not sure what's happening, but most of the planes are just passing through. And we also have a problem that people are not reaching this place for some reason. Maybe I built it too much on the outside. That could be. I mean, it's way out where you would not be able to purchase tiles. So I'm not sure if that's causing a problem. Do I have the same issue here? Let me see. Yeah, there's no one working here. Let me actually see. Where do you want to go? Landing. Yes, it definitely wants to land. Let's see. What if we moved that? Slope is too steep. That's what I thought. 30,000. What does it cost me to build a new one? 150,000. Okay, so it's worth it moving it twice. I'm gonna move it over. Oh, maybe we just leave it here for this district. Nah, that's not gonna be good. Let's just move it. And we are going to do some landscaping here. Alright, there we go. Now we can legitimately place it. And I wonder if that is gonna change something. Right here, do I also have problems? I think so, actually. Do you get the materials? We could actually just relocate it over there. I think for this district, I'm gonna do that. All right, let's clean this up and see if that works. Actually, I'm gonna let the game run. Okay, that is something new. I knew I could break the game. Let's maybe undo this guy as well. I can move it over there, but I presume the slope is too steep here, yes. So let's try to fix that. Alright, okay, that should work as well, hopefully. Placed it back, and I legitimately placed it this time. Doesn't look weird anymore. Maybe we delete the confused leftover planes. Oh man, I'm getting a bad feeling about this. They still can't land. Oh my gosh. And right here they're having problems again. Oh. Hello guys. And how do we solve it? Maybe we should have this further away from the first district. I think that's exactly what we should do. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to delete it again. See ya, guys. And instead, we're going to build it somewhere else. Maybe here. We're gonna grab our power from the oil industry and the water. Of course, we have to redo. We cannot copy that over at the same time. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? What? Can you see all these dots? What? Stop, stop. Oh, the same thing happens here. What are these planes doing? Taxing. Oh no, taxiing. They're not taxing, but they're sure taxing my patience. Well, at least the planes seem to be able to function again in my new district here. That's perfect. So I can maybe place 2 more of these squares. Yeah, you see, those are the planes that are supposed to land with all of the passengers. I mean, that's the guys that want to work here. But these planes, they refuse to land. Let me see. Oh, what is this? There's like a metro tunnel still in the way. Let me go ahead and maybe add it on the other side. I mean, anywhere, everywhere. Okay, that should have done the trick. Yes, indeed. Place it right there instead. Okay? And if that doesn't work, we might have to do a couple of metros just for these two special industries. Right now we seem to be good again. There are substantially fewer planes though. Yeah, we're back down to 2,000 vehicles and 37,000 people. Okay, for some reason this industry is now working. We have all of the workers in, even though I did not see any planes going over there on a regular basis. Also, they don't seem to be leaving the place. I mean, why are you even exporting? Let me see. Well, you should at least be exporting a little bit. Like the orange cars. Okay, they do actually go into the terminal. And there's a plane leaving. Okay, so I consider this working now. Time to expand a little bit. More commercial and, well, I guess I've already added all of the residential I can. Are we upgraded? Not quite. We can actually wait a little bit in order for the residential to upgrade and so we can get more people in. And we're down another 200 vehicles. This is actually perfect. So, you know, once everything has calmed down a little bit, you know, whenever we build, of course, there's an accumulation of vehicles. But once everything has calmed down, just like right now, we're going down to a bearable number. Yeah, that actually really helped. Just getting that district somewhere else. For some reason, the planes were confused very much. But look at that. We're just sending so many passengers here. There's one thing that's curious. This is the same commercial district that we copied over right here, but right here barely anyone is using the monorail. So that is kind of curious to me. If we check out the line here, there's nobody on the line, but on the other line we have the same story with a lot of passengers. What are you complaining about? Not enough customers. We need more people. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we just need to have a little more patience. That's not so good. We have not enough buyers for products, but at the same time right here we have not enough customers. I think we can't get around building another one of these residential districts. So let me quickly go ahead and do that. I might be just placing it right here, to be honest. I'll be right back. Set and done. We have our next residential district. I'm gonna already zone about 4 of these areas. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to add a couple of office zones right here at the bottom of the residential areas, just because I don't feel like building too much industry, and we need to get in these jobs. Alright guys, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep growing this city for just a little bit, maybe to 100,000 or so population. And once we have that, we want to compare the amount of vehicles we have compared to the amount we had with the trains and everything. So I guess see ya in just a bit. Alright guys, we finally did it. We made the 100,000 people and we only have 4,000 cars or vehicles. Now if you compare this to the 2,000 cars we had at approximately 30,000 people, it means we made 70,000 people and only adding 2,000 more vehicles. I figured out that making a bunch of the residential districts, but actually making them all offices, adds a ton of jobs that are high education, which is good because we have lots of schools, and thus I can always satisfy the demand for industry. However, when it comes to the shop, this is a little bit more problematic, because for instance, this industry right here is importing all of the goods, and it's actually not quite working out, because apparently you can only import a certain string of goods. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but it seems as though we need more industry in order to supply this area. And this is a big problem because the industry is actually what's adding the vehicles. So adding one of those is gonna add approximately 1,000 vehicles or so, but adding a district such as this is only gonna add a couple of dozens. I mean, look at that. The streets are practically empty. I think I have more public transport than actual cars. Except for the damn parking spots, of course, but we want to remove them. But check this out. This is a fully developed residential area. If we check out the traffic here, there is no traffic whatsoever. I mean, this is amazing. I don't know how many people live here. Maybe let's actually make this a district just very briefly so we can figure out how many people we can hold in here. And it is approximately 0. Wait. Okay, so it seems as though it's between 12 to 13,000 people almost fully upgraded. That is pretty good considering there is just no traffic. I mean, there are a couple of cars here, but generally it's good. So adding too many industries is gonna cause us problems, but we need to add at least one more industry in order to satisfy these shops. But after that, the demand thing is gonna be the big problem, because in order to get more residential demand, of course, you will have to eventually add more industry and commercial areas. So it might come down to the demand mod again in order to make this work. But I want to see if we can continue with this approach, because if we can, then this is theoretically possible in vanilla. I haven't done anything that requires any mods, given that you have enough money to get this even started, this concept. But getting enough money is also possible in vanilla. But if I had to place my bet on it, I think it's gonna come down to the demand. With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.